Do you remember the type of folk we used to be and the simple souls we used to see? Do you remember a fallen man with no escape? It seems he lives in yesterday.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week's look is the next installment in my horoscope series. This is my take on the star sign Pisces, which happens to be my mom's sign. If you like this look, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to make sure you don't miss a single video from me in the future, hit that subscribe button. If you do decide to recreate any of my looks, be sure to tag me on social media because I love seeing your recreations. As always, all of the products, my social media, and the music used will be listed in the description. And with all of that said, let's get into the tutorial.
So I've engaged full potato mode by applying a bald cap and blocking out my brows, and I'm in a tube top. I made this little prosthetic the same way I made my Capricorn one, except for the little whiskers, which I made separately, then attached. I'll link the tutorial for this prosthetic making technique in a card. I apply the prosthetic with Pros-Aid adhesive. Then, to better conceal the edges, I stipple latex and apply tissue, then seal it with another layer of latex. But disclaimer, as always, before using latex on yourself or anyone else for the first time, do a patch test on their wrist or inner arm, and if redness, irritation, or a rash occurs, do not proceed with use. Once the latex is dry, I powder it to remove the tackiness. I did start mapping out the spots, but I didn't like them, so ignore that. Next, I fill in my face and chest with white body paint. Then I use a lip liner to sketch out the shapes on my face. I use an orange body paint to fill in the large patch on the top of my head. Then I use black body paint to fill in the other splotches on my face. I decided to freehand the patches on my neck and chest so they'd look more organic, and I do a mix of orange and black splotches. Now for the scales. I made this little frame out of skewers and attached a piece of fishnet stocking to it. This makes it so you don't have to struggle to stretch it with one hand and try to pat shadow over it with the other. I start by patting a metallic reddish-orange shadow over all of the orange areas. You can either use a flat brush to pat the shadow on or a sponge, but I find a sponge more effective. Then I pat a darker red over the orange areas in a few places for more texture. I pat a very metallic silver shadow over the black areas, which really gives them a glossy, scaly look. For even more dimension and shimmer on the orange areas, I pat a highly metallic gold shadow over top. For the eyes, I map out a very round, exaggerated crease, then apply an orange shadow over top and blend it out. I use the reddish-orange shadow from earlier to further define the crease. Then I use those two shades to create a new lower lash line to give the illusion that my eyes are more round. I pat gold eyeshadow onto my lids. I pat a lighter gold in the centers of my lids to give them more dimension. And I concentrate a pearly shade right in the centers to really make my lids appear more round. I really define my new crease and lower lash line with black shadow. And I make those lines very crisp with body paint. I also use the body paint to define where the lips meet and to black out my actual mouth. Then I use a light brown shadow to shade around the mouth where there would be shadows. I map out the Pisces symbol with lip liner. Then I fill it in and refine it with body paint. I use a deeper lavender body paint to start shading the symbol. And I really shade it with a dark purple body paint. I shade the lower edge of each segment with the deep lavender. Then I highlight the upper edges with white body paint. I shade beneath the symbol with light brown shadow so it pops forward from my skin. And I line beneath it with black to really help sell the illusion. To really make the symbol pop, I line above it with white body paint. Last, I apply some lip gloss and false lashes.
Thank you so much for watching this week's makeup tutorial. If you'd like to see the picture and lip sync of this look, head on over to my Instagram to check them out. And I actually have 2 shoutouts this week, and they are both from Instagram. The first shoutout goes to An Artist's Touch, and the second shoutout goes to Teapot Artness. They both used my looks as inspiration for their art, which is super sweet, and I thought it was super cool to see my makeup translated into different art forms. If you want to be next week's shoutout, all you have to do is be active on my social media. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I may or may not see you on Friday. Bye, guys.
Congratulations, you have made it to my end screen. Click that top link to check out my Queen of Hearts crown tutorial, or click that bottom link to check out a video that YouTube's robots think you'll like. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a single video from me in the future, click that little circle with my face in it to subscribe.